Greetings and salutations. It's Dave Duford. I am here with a couple of friends in the business, Lade and Joe. We're here to talk to you today about Lade's experience in our mentorship program. She works directly with Joe, who is a mentor manager for our Final Expense Career face-to-face division. And the purpose of this video is really to give you a little look into what it's like to be mentored by our team, the benefits from it, and really the results that Lade's had in her first week in the field. She wrote $4,000 approximately in final expense business. And so we're super excited to have you on, Lade. Lade, how you doing today?
I am doing well. Thank you for having me, David.
Yeah, thank you. And Joe, how you doing today? Joe, say hello for everybody.
I'm doing well. Thanks. Hello out there.
Thanks, guys, so much for being here. So, Lade, let's start with you. Give us a little background about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and why you got into final expense.
Yeah, thank you so very much for this opportunity, David. Hi, everyone. My name is Omalade Babalala. Been an insurance agent a little over 8 months now. And my husband, he likes to dig a lot. So he found out about David Duford and he told me about this awesome experience. So I said, why not? Definitely. I watched some of your videos and what really caught my attention was the part about this is a recession-proof business. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely want something in the recession-proof aspect of finances. And so that got me into final expense. It's been an awesome experience, especially working with Joe. So I'm glad I got this opportunity. Thank you so very much.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Joe, tell us a little about yourself to the audience if they haven't met you yet.
Yeah, my name is Joe Bushalaki. I've been in the insurance business for going on 5 years now. The whole time I have been in the DIG agency, and it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, but I got myself together eventually, and I started doing well, and here I am, and it's attributed to following the system.
Following the old system, as they say, simple but not easy. Like we all know from personal experience. So, Lade, why don't you jump in? So, walk us through. Again, think of the audience out there, people who are looking to possibly join Duford Insurance Group. Maybe they're unhappy where they're at. They're not getting training. They see this mentorship concept that's totally unique and different. Walk us through that first week that you worked with Joe. What was it like? And describe the training experience for us.
Thank you so very much again, David. I must say the training with Joe was fabulous. So I started out not knowing what to expect, but I'd looked through some of the scripts you had on your website, and I'm like, there is no way I'm going to go through all of these classes. So Joe made it easy. He basically just print out the scripts that we needed, 3 of them, and it was role playing. And when he role played, it actually made it look like real world experience to me. And I kept thinking to myself, am I ever actually gonna see this? But he always said something. He said, look, you'll remember this when you go out there. And that was really, really key because I held on to everything. The mentorship was fabulous. He gave really, really good life experiences. And that actually helped me when I started out the second week trying to actually go on my lead. So
right.
I'll say the one-on-one is a great thing for anyone out there. You definitely need it. For someone like me, I felt like there was no way I would be able to do this. But when I started to read the script with Joe and it was breaking it down, and at every point, it would actually give me a real life scenario, I knew, okay, there was no way I would go wrong with this. So the one-on-one mentorship was really great. Having that calls, I was meeting with Joe 3 times a day. That was a lot,
Yeah.
but that actually got the ball rolling for me.
Yeah. And this is such a unique concept in this business because basically what everybody else does is they mass recruit you. You're lucky to even get any basic training, much less individual attention. And what we've done at Duford Insurance Group is totally go all in with the mentorship concept. And it's really proving to be a game changer. So, Joe, can you explain to the audience, kind of for those who are new to this idea, maybe they're just hearing about how we've changed our business model, what makes the mentorship model different? How does it look with us? And where do you see the differences of the benefits that come out of that than not having it?
Yeah, certainly. So the accountability is there as far as just learning the system. When you're a broker, like it, and you're independent, the autonomy is cool, but if you're not just the self-disciplined person to learn the system on your own all the way, then that can cause you to be in trouble. And then definitely just doing the fundamentals. I think that's the big thing, is just doing the fundamentals every day, doing the role playing and stressing what's important. Because as a new person, you look at the script and you don't know exactly, you see it, you don't know what's important or what's not. Like, everything's important, but you don't know like what to really focus on exactly. And so just the idea of knowing about like the pre-qualifying and
Right.
so like, this is really important. Like, this is what we need to get, and then the door knocking and realizing, it's all about getting in the door, and just all of the ins and outs on that. And then just going through just going through the drills of just going through the stuff over and over and over until it's just monotonous, and it gets sometimes boring. But when you're done after a week, you start getting the stuff down, and then you're ready to get out there and talk to these people.
Right, right. It's so important to have this, and this has been kind of my awakening, I guess, to it late 2022, was that this business of insurance really just needs more mentorship, and it's very severely lacking. And while we all have the best intentions to self-study and do things on our own, the reality is this is an overwhelming business. Where do you start? What do you need to focus on? And sometimes just having somebody in your corner is the X factor, and I think that's the case here. It is such an important thing to have somebody in your corner to help you get focused in the direction you need to go, plus have that accountability makes a big difference. So Lade, take us through that first week. You did intense training, of course, prior to that. Then your first week, you're taking leads, fresh and exclusive leads. This is our career program, by the way. We provide leads for free. We also have a broker program where we have the same level of mentorship as well. So you got two different tracks you can go, but Lade's in the career program where the leads are provided. Walk us through those first couple of days in the field. What was it like working leads, and what did you learn with Joe actually apply in the real world?
That was pretty intense and nice. So I say intense because Joe already told me, he said, there'll be days, it may not be a good day, it may not be a bad day, it may be a bad day. So I went out the first day, and I would say it was not a good day, because at the end of the day, I did not talk to any client. I attempted one, and of course, the door was slammed on my face. And I'm like, oh, is this ever going to happen? But I just remember what Joe said. He's like, you would have bad days. So I told myself, maybe that's my bad day. And the following day, it was a good day. I was able to close on one. I'm like, yay, this is good. But what I really enjoyed throughout that whole week was the support of Joe. Because every time I had a chance to actually get in the door and had talked to the client, gone through the pre-qualifying, basically got all the way to the end of the script, I'll call Joe to make sure I did not miss anything, and I was actually giving this client the very best. So I really was grateful and thankful that I could call him to kind of like, double check, cross check before I finally check up on this client that I've submitted this policy and I'm good. So that was really good for me. And, at the end of the week, every little move, every little progress, he kept on pushing and telling me I'm doing really great. So that kind of like elevated my confidence level. I'm like, am I really doing great? But he kept on telling me, was like, yeah, you're really doing awesome. So just keep at it. But the support is for me the biggest thing. I could call Joe and he could tell me, no, do this instead of this. Yeah, I think you're on the right track. So that meant a whole lot to me. Yeah.
Right. That's awesome to hear. So building on that, Joe, tell us, we're in the business of recruiting agents, and look, not everybody succeeds in this business for sure. And Lade has something special. I think both you and I know, just listening to Lade, the audience knows too, like full of energy, positive, enthusiastic. We both know she's a winner. We all know she is. Joe, tell us that maybe I already let the cat out of the bag, but Joe, tell us why Lade, you think she succeeded so well in that first week and really hit it out of the park.
Yeah, so I was able to tell after a couple of days that Lade was doing the practicing on her own. And that's a key thing, like the X factor. Like we meet 3 times a day and we go through everything. But then at the end of the day, the agent has to put in their own work. And so it was clear after like a couple of days, I realized, okay, I could tell like Lade is like really on her stuff about this. And I can just tell that she was like a sponge, in the sense that she was just soaking it all in. And I think that's the big thing. A lot of people, a lot of salespeople, a lot of agents, they have a lot of stuff going on in their head, and like it gets them off kilter. But I can tell Lottie was just like, tell me the system and I'm going to go apply it. And was like, so at the end of the week, I just knew that she was going to do, I knew she was going to do somewhat well, because I could just tell that she was ready to just do the system that we taught in place. And I can tell that she did. And it's the practicing, though. I can't say it enough. I can tell that she practiced. That's the thing. So it's easy when you're doing role playing 3-4 days on end and someone's not getting it. Like, I can tell, like, oh, you're not practicing. But Lottie, I was like, oh yeah, she's practicing. She's on it. So those were the big factors.
And we love that, right? Like, it when you're talking to somebody who's like, they got the potential. It takes a day or two. Sometimes we're like, oh, this person wants it. They're hungry. They're applying themselves. It's nice to see it, because not everybody's like that at all, So we love seeing the people who take what we teach and run with it, because that's when the business gets fun. So Lottie, we'll wrap it up with you. There's people out there who are considering applying to join our agency, people out there who are considering a career in the business. What tips of advice would you give them based on your short-term experience here to give them the best chances of success as quickly as possible?
My best advice would be this: the system works. The script definitely works. Stick with it and you'll be fine. Once I went off the script and I realized, yeah, Joe told me about this. And so I'll tell anyone, this is definitely an organization you want to partner with, you want to start out with, because you'll really build a lot of confidence. You'll learn a whole lot of things. For me, when I started, I was like, I need that mentorship. I need to know that I know what I'm doing. And that's what I've got so far with Joe. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity. Anyone who's looking at doing this, you can do it. There is a system to the success. Stick with it and you will just be fine.
Lottie, thank you so much. Joe as well. If you guys are interested, of course, can't help but to invite you to check out more what we do at davidduford.com. You'll see an FAQ link at the top. Click that. It'll give you the breakdown to how our different sales and marketing systems works. Once you review how final expense works, if that's what you're interested in, if you like the idea of having your leads provided for free, like the career program that Lottie does, or you want to buy your own leads with the broker program, you'll see more about that there. And then you can apply for a position to join, go through an interview process, and we'll select you if we think it's a mutual fit. So Joe and Lottie, thanks again for being here. Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.